Money Vikings, what is going on? Let's do an important one today. I'm going to go through the 6 or 7 reasons why it looks like Bitcoin is headed to 225,000 in 2025. Yeah, I'm being a little bit tongue-in-cheek with that one because it just sounds good. 225 in 2025. But for the reasons I'm going to lay out, it may not be that far off. It actually might be possible, which is amazing to say, especially because Jerry and I and Money Vikings have been looking into crypto for 7 years now. So we've seen it grow quite a bit, but there's huge catalysts now that I'm going to get into and kind of outline for you in terms of why I think 225 per Bitcoin in 2025 is quite possible. Before I dive into that, please click that like and subscribe. Please share the channel. If you don't know what Money Vikings are about, we deliver all things personal finance and investing. We're basically documenting our true wealth journey every step of the way through our blog. It started as a blog 7 plus, almost 8 years ago now. So it started as a blog, and we documented all of the things we were doing right and all the things we were doing wrong in terms of being a middle-class person in America and building wealth. And so far, so good. It's all really paid off. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check us out. It's free, and it's basically just a middle-class perspective on building wealth. So here we go. Bitcoin, 225,000 in 2025. Supply and demand. That's the number one thing. So the bottom line with Bitcoin is that there's only ever going to be 21 million of them. It's considered digital gold, a store of value. But the big reason it's different from gold is that when gold's price goes up, people find and mine more, and they sell more. They put more out in the market. So is gold a finite asset in some ways? Yes, in some ways. But in other ways, not finite enough. Not finite like Bitcoin. So there's a lot of supply and demand tensions going on. There's simply not enough supply, and there's a lot of demand. So that's the bottom line. That's going to continue forever. Number 2, ETF approvals. You have more and more ETF approvals, spot Bitcoin ETF approvals that are happening, and it looks like they're only going to increase. People want exposure to this asset class. That's going to drive the price up. So again, it drives up demand. Number 3, the government is here to help. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but the new administration is extremely crypto friendly. And basically, it seems like they're going to do all kinds of stuff to put people and rules and all kinds of processes in place to support the ecosystem. That's going to drive the price up. The next one, the halving cycle. So the halving cycle basically deals with the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined by the miners who are crunching the numbers on Bitcoin. And so basically what happens is every few years, the amount that can be mined is cut in half. So it becomes harder to mine it. So typically some months out after a halving cycle, I think we're 4 or 5 months out from the last one, something like that, the price goes up. The next one kind of goes back to that government thing, strategic reserve. So strategic reserve is very interesting. Strategic reserve is the US government already owns a bunch of Bitcoin, but the strategic reserve would be the government buying more or holding on to what it has. I think it has something like 200,000, something like that. Okay. And the next one is company adoption. More and more companies are adopting Bitcoin. So these are just highlights of the big reasons why it seems that it's going to continue to rise in value. So, we don't make predictions here, but I think it's very possible. It's very possible that we'll see an over $200,000 Bitcoin in 2025, but we'll see. This video will either make me look like a fool or it'll stand the test of time. We'll see. Thanks for watching.